Welcome to Vsb News Online for Wednesday, April the 15th. I'm Charles Webb. A police motorcycle training exercise on Frog Lane, Devonshire came to grief this morning when two machines collided, sending their experienced riders to hospital. One officer appears to have broken an ankle, while the other has injuries to his arms and legs, as well as a mild concussion. The scene of the accident and the heavily damaged bikes were examined by the Forensic Support Unit and Traffic Collision Investigators, and Chief Inspector Hashim Estwick provided an on-scene interview. If you know someone deemed worthy of recognition in the Queen's New Year's Honours List, Government House and the Cabinet Office are inviting you to put those names forward for consideration. The categories are wide-ranging, and today, His Excellency the Governor George Ferguson applauded the move to broaden the scope for those who can make submissions.
The honours are, there's always an element of mystery, and there should be an element of mystery, I think, about the honours, but they are awarded formally by the Queen. Some of them are actually presented by the Queen or by members of her family. There are no hard and fast rules, but it is quite normal that it comes towards the end of somebody's time of giving exceptional service in a particular role. It's quite important that it should be exceptional. These are recognitions of contribution to society and to the community. It can sometimes be for a long service over a long time. Increasingly, it is for something which has been done in the previous year, or the end of a long period of service which is coming to an end now or in the last 12 months. It's got to be quite specific, but it can be in any area at all. It can be contribution to charities very often, to sport, and particularly encouraging people to get involved in sport. It can be a contribution in the cultural area, and again, encouraging people to get involved in cultural matters.
Now, I see here that one is for displaying moral courage and doing difficult things. Would that be your job?
Thank you. I think that again is something, when people are exceptional in those sort of ways, beyond what is expected by the role they've got, and particularly a paid role. People who have shown the way to do things right. I personally quite like it when there's a gap between the achievement, the contribution that someone has made, and the recognition that they've had in other forms, such as their pay. This latest step, which I very much welcome, is to make sure that everyone knows that you can nominate.
The awards are twice a year on New Year's Day and in June to mark the Queen's birthday. The Department of Education last night issued a stern warning to students regarding violence during travel to and from schools. This following the recent sharing on Facebook of videotape of female students fighting. Chris Lodge has more.
The department says it takes incidents of this nature very seriously. It says it's committed to providing safe, secure, and caring environments for all of our students during school or in the course of travel to and from school. Any student found to be involved in any act of violence or supporting bullying behaviors that bring harm or serious emotional distress to others and posing a threat will face strong and immediate consequences. The department says it seeks the collaborative support of parents and asks that they have conversations with their children regarding bullying and violence and the potential impact on the students themselves. It says the community is encouraged not to share these acts irresponsibly, as this often prolongs both the suffering and bullying that is intended. Such acts, it says, are and could be deemed aiding and abetting the violence, thus risking 1 to serious reprimands according to the law. And it concludes, it's our hope that the collaborative efforts of parents, the Department of Education, and the community at large will help to deter children from any involvement in cheering, participating, videotaping, or inciting fights. I'm Chris Lodge, VSB News.
And we'll be back with more news right after this.
In an effort to make Bermuda's roads safer, and in partnership with Bermuda Police Service and the Bermuda Road Safety Council, Defense Broadcasting is launching a safe driving campaign. Complete with thumb bands, come into Defense Broadcasting and 94 Reed Street and make the commitment to drive safer and slower for yourself. Your voice could be featured on the radio. Get yourself a thumb band as a reminder of your commitment to drive safer and with fewer distractions. While you're at it, why not get one for someone in your life who also needs a reminder that our roads do not discriminate. They can take anyone's life. Let's drive safe, Bermuda, and arrive alive. Peace and love. Safe journeys.
The Department of Education's stern warning to students regarding violence during travel to and from schools further highlights the level of violence in the community. Executive Director of the Center Against Abuse, Lori Shield, says one avenue used by her organization to combat the problem, which by the way affects men as well as women, is through building healthy relationships.
At the end of the day, we just want to build healthy relationships in Bermuda. At the end of the day, we want to be able to provide individuals with the tools so that they can recognize abuse when they see the signs of it and get out sooner rather than later. So we're going out to schools, to children in primary schools, and while we're not talking about abuse, we're talking about healthy relationship. What does a healthy relationship look like? And that's just with your peers. And so getting them to understand just healthy amongst their peers, getting them to understand what boundaries are, getting children to understand setting up value systems within themselves so that that is established and it's said and it becomes a part of who they are fundamentally, so that they wouldn't find themselves in these situations and actually staying in them.
What devices would you use to inculcate healthy relationships among young people?
What we try to get them being students to understand is that consent is a matter of yes or no. And those two little words to be respected, no matter how it is said, when it is said. No means no.
So in the adult world, it's if she says no, she means no.
Yes. If she says no, she means no.
And if we see something that's abusive, we should say something.
We should say something. And one of the things that we don't advocate is that you say something to the abuser because that may harm you. So call 911, get them to deal with the situation.
Bermuda's bus operators and ferryboat crews will be attending meetings tomorrow during working hours, but the traveling public will be relieved to hear that it's all in the good cause. Brian Darby explains.
The Bermuda Tourism Authority and the Bermuda Industrial Union are inviting unionized public transport workers to a presentation tomorrow, Thursday, at the Ocean View Golf Course Clubhouse. The purpose of the presentation is to inform public transport workers on the results of a BTA survey, which asked recent visitors to the island to rate their level of satisfaction with Bermuda's transport services. The presentation will be offered twice on Thursday at 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. so that as many transport workers as possible can attend without causing interruption to the public transport service. The survey findings will then be released publicly after the information is shared directly with the union membership. The survey results have already been shared with the Ministry of Tourism, Development and Transport and the BIU leadership. Ryan Darby reporting for Vsb News.
The West End Development Corporation may be up to its ears in arrangements for the America's Cup, but it is being able to make room for the new concept of family festivals, the first which will take place this weekend as a replacement for the agricultural show. Marketing coordinator Rebecca Cabral thinks this kind of collaboration is good for the island.
On behalf of West End Development, I'd like to let you know that I am very excited about this community event. When we were first approached by Crystal and the Committee of Five, I felt that there was a need for this event to take place, and luckily they have put it together in time. I'd like to commend them on their efforts. I think that as a mother of 2 young children, this event was a miss. The agricultural exhibition was a miss in the community, and this is answering the cry for a family-oriented event to take place. Hopefully, we can have it be an annual event if all goes well, and I'd like to encourage everybody to come out and enjoy Dockyard as an epicenter of arts and culture. We do have a public dock located on the Marina Port's boat slip area. It was moved last season it was moved to that area from its old area next to the ferry. So we do have some public boat docking. However, I encourage people to understand if you come to the event, you're only allowed 4 to 6 hours at the public dock. So if you're planning on spending the whole day there, I would suggest using public transportation or taking advantage of the Malabar Field parking and shuttle that has been provided.
And now we turn to Earl Baisden with the latest from the sports desk.
FIFA.com has confirmed Bermuda's matches against Guatemala for the 2018 Russia FIFA World Cup CONCACAF qualifier second round for June 15th. According to the FIFA.com website, as reported by VSB yesterday, Bermuda will face Guatemala in Guatemala on Friday, June 12th, with an 8 p.m. kickoff. The return leg will be played at the National Sports Center on Monday, June 15th, with a 5 p.m. kickoff. Bermuda finished their cricket tour of Jamaica, winning all 3 of their matches, their latest one coming with a 13-run victory over Kensington Cricket Club. Bermuda batted first and restricted to 113 for 6 in their allotted 20 overs. Captain Gennaro Tucker was the top scorer with 26, while O.J. Pitcher chipped in with 25. In reply, the Kensington Cricket Club were restricted to 100 for 7. Bermuda were led in the bowling department by O.J. Pitcher, who returned figures of 4 overs, 1 maiden, 3 for 11, while Jordan De Silva, Justin Pitcher, and Joshua Gilbert all grabbed a wicket each. The Bermuda Under-16 netball team played their second game of the Jean-Pierre netball tournament against Grenada, following a 5 a.m. training session. To go over some specific technical adjustments, Bermuda appeared to be extremely relaxed and focused on the task at hand to take on the Grenadians. At the end of the first quarter, Bermuda held a lead of 8-4. They carried that momentum to end the first half, leading 15-9. Bermuda in the second half applied more high pressure, coming out victorious 27-18. Team Bermuda has completed 4 races thus far in the IODA South American Championships in Peru. Bermuda sailors are amongst 12 nations and 153 sailors competing. Making up the Bermuda team are Adam Larson, Tate Stefanuk, Campbell Patton, Micah Thomas Rayner, and Jordan Imadi. Following the 4 races sailed, Larson leads the Bermuda team. He's currently in 27th place, followed by Stefanuk in 32nd. Patton is in 59th, with Imadi in 89th. Thomas Rayner is in 124th. During the week of April 20th through the 24th, the 37th annual Kitty Michael Golf Tournament for women will be played right here in Bermuda at the Port Royal Golf Course. Bermuda team will be the official host for this prestigious event, comprising of a total of 98 lady players from Puerto Rico, Jamaica, Montreal, Toronto, Southeast Florida, Southwest Florida, and Ocean Reef, as well as St. Croix and Trinidad. Each team consists of a minimum of 3 players and a maximum of 10 players, with official winners being determined by the total score of 3 best net and 3 gross over the 54-hole tournament. Meanwhile, Kamiko Smith captured the Bermuda Professional Golf Association's monthly medal at the Tuckers Point Golf Course yesterday. In a field of 9 Bermuda professionals, Smith fired a 2-under par 68 in breezy conditions. Smith was 4 under on the front 9 but dropped 2 shots on the back 9. His nearest rivals, Dwayne Pearman and Nick Jones, could only manage 1 over par 71, although Pearman was 1 under coming to the 18th where he made a double bogey. Chase Smith and Gail Lindsay are the 2015 Ludwig Can 5K male and female champions, with both putting gaps on their nearest rivals in a race on Sunday. Smith ran away from the field, clocking a time of 16:15, with second-place finisher Ronnie Burgess crossing the line in a time of 18:40. Third place went to Jemai Lottimore, finishing in a time of 19:10. Lindsay was the 5th finisher overall, clocking a time of 20:17. Victoria Fiddick was the 2nd female finisher and 6th overall in a time of 21:21. Bunny Mills was the 3rd female finisher and 12th to cross the line in a time of 23:32. The 2015 YAO Cal Ripken Division season got underway at the YAO Ballpark at Kenley Field on Saturday. The morning game saw the Cubs defeat the Braves in a close encounter, 6-4. The Braves were led by strong pitching from Mackay Furbett. In the second game, the Cal Ripken Division saw the Orioles defeat the Cardinals 11-10. Over in the Babe Ruth League, it was the Marlins falling 14-10 to the Orioles. Bermuda Bowl Hockey League final saw the Minnesota North Stars defeat the California Golden Seals 7-3. The North Stars got 2 goals from Ed Sweeney as well as Corey Collette. They got single strikes from Nathan Kolowski, Evan Garant, and Joe Neal. The California Golden Seals goals came from Torrey Dort, Adam Chivas, and Ian Garofo. The Bermuda Pacers Track Club hosted the Bermuda National Athletic Association's 2015 Easter Challenge track meet at the National Sports Center. In the 10 and 11 girls 400-meter dash, Tasia Malay Aswood was clocked across the line in a time of 1:05.02. Jay Johnston finished 2nd in a time of 1:06.41, and Yasmin Smith finished 3rd in a time of 1:11.56. Zakiza Parsons won the 12-14 girls 200-meter dash with a time of 27:54. Danny Watson was 2nd in a time of 28:01, and Kayla Raymond finished 3rd in a time of 28:43. During the 10-11 boys 400-meter dash, Sancho Smith recorded the fastest time of 1:06.10, while Kenai Mills finished in 2nd in a time of 1:07.06. Elijah Samuels was 3rd in a time of 1:10 flat. I'm Earl Baisden reporting for VSB Sports.
Looking at the weather for Thursday, April 16th, it will be mostly cloudy with a few showers early. Winds will be northerly and strong, varying northeasterly by mid-morning, decreasing moderate to strong during the afternoon, then varying easterly moderate overnight. We're expecting a high near 70 and a low near 65. This weather forecast is courtesy of the Bermuda Weather Service. Thanks for watching VSB News Online for Wednesday, April the 15th. I'm Charles Webb.